I knew Father Koch in the early days from high school at Jesuit. He was in the class of 1944 and 1 year ahead of me. And of course, in those days, we didn't know what people were going to do with their lives, but we all recalled Father Koch. We knew he was going to be a priest from early on. The Jesuits not only taught you how to make a living, they taught you how to live. They taught you how to live spiritually. We had some great Jesuits in the old school, and they guided me with my life. I went into World War II from Jesuit, and they helped me through that period of stress. And I came back, got married, and started raising a family, and was tickled to death that I had 5 boys. I also had 2 girls, but that the boys would be able to experience what I did at Jesuit. And it has meant a lot to me to be associated with having had a Jesuit education, especially from priests like Father Patrick H. Koch.
I'm so happy that this organization has been named after him, because it's all about what he was about, helping others. I'm so pleased with the way we've been able to help some young men in their Jesuit, both some financial help. But when I was a young man watching him grow up ahead of me, I noticed he was different from anyone else. He never asked for anything for himself. He always wanted to give or help some way. He made me proud to be a Jesuit alumni. I can't say how much happier I was as going to Jesuit than a public school, but later on in life when I was, first I wanted to go to a public school, but my parents wouldn't let me. Once I finished Jesuit, I was proud that I had gone there. But later in life when I was interviewing for a job that I wanted very much, I was talking to a district manager and a regional manager, and I mentioned my Jesuit high school education, and the regional manager says, you graduated from Jesuit? And I said, yes I did. He said, I'd give that a college degree anywhere. I mean, I know the Jesuit. I'm not Catholic, but I know the Jesuit. And that made me really feel good. I spent the 4 years there. I can't say much more about how happy I am about this organization. I just know we're going to do well, like we've been doing, helping students that wouldn't otherwise be able to get into Jesuit, doing it through the schools where they attend grade school. I'm pleased, and I know he's pleased.
He converted us. He really got us to a point where we took his side because he was right, but he never was forceful.
He was patient with you guys.
Yes, he was. He was very patient, and he won us over, and we admired him for that. In fact, we still admire him 57 years later because he was so memorable in what he did for us. He always thought of the other person. He never thought of himself. I mean, that, and he earned the admiration of the students and their families, as you've said before, Pat. I think I was really fortunate in another way because I got to come back in contact with him when I started volunteering at Jesuit. And it just was so fortunate that he was back in at Jesuit at the time. And of course he had many jobs, most of which he didn't like if it took him away from the students.
Right.
You know, he was a president, a principal, and so on. And that he didn't prefer at all. He preferred being down, working with the kids and helping them.
Coming up will be his 2nd anniversary of his death, which was September the 9th. And we will be celebrating Mass for him on September the 7th at Perkins Chapel on the SMU campus at 9 a.m. on Sunday morning. Monsignor Joseph Milam will be celebrating the Mass for us. We sure would like to see a lot of you come to that Mass and honor a great Jesuit.